What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So today in this video we're going to talk about 9 stocks in this video. So please hit that thumbs up button. That is greatly appreciated and that really helps out with YouTube algorithm. And if you want to support the channel and get my daily trade ideas, my swing trade ideas, 3 days of live trading in my Discord, definitely check out the Patreon. I'll leave a link down below in the description. And if you are new to this channel, consider subscribing. So here's my Twitter account, and if you are on Twitter, give me a follow and that would be greatly appreciated. And not only that, this account was created for my YouTube subscribers, people that cannot get in touch with me. You can ask me anything on Twitter and I'll definitely get back with you. Now also I'm posting my videos on Twitter, and not only that, my plays right here, especially this one here, guys, on MSTR. And look at the timing, 8:59, MSTR gapped up, and I knew exactly this thing would come down, at least down to 340. And then what happened? This thing opened at 350, got decimated, came all the way down to almost 330, I believe, but you can go and check. Not exactly, but it was really close to or under 330, guys. Puts went through the roof. That was a massive play. Also another play that I took profit on Friday right here, Pepsi, 185 calls, went in the money, over the money, and these plays are only available on Patreon. So definitely also go ahead and check that out and give me a follow on Twitter. And now let's get right back into on Apple stock. It's up 2.31%, and just like I said in my last video that I'm not bullish on Apple stock, but if this thing is able to break 190 and that holds, we're going to see the next target on Apple stock, and that is 195, and we got very close to it on Friday, 194.48, and now trading above 194 on after hour session. So Apple stock here, guys, let me show you guys something else and why I'm not bullish on Apple stock anymore. This thing needs a pullback immediately. Last time the RSI on this weekly chart got up to 74, we got a massive pullback, right? And the RSI after that right here never got up to 74, and now it's trading almost close to 79. So that is insane. Apple needs a pullback. Another thing, you know how they say elevator down and stairs up? Well, not in this case. Do you see here on this weekly chart anywhere that elevator down and stairs up? No. This is elevator up and stairs down. I mean, we got only what? How many candles right here? 1, 2, 3, 4. This is not even a red candle. I would not even count that as a red candle. And then what? Only 4 or 5 weeks it was kind of consolidating and not going up. But look at this move. Every candle on this chart from this bottom is green, and that is insane, guys. Another thing I want to point out, look at this 5 SMA on this weekly chart. It's at 185 and the stock trading at almost 195. So at some point, if you look at my screen, always Apple stock retracing 5 SMA on this daily chart, and I think a pullback is due on Apple stock, and it's going to happen. Yes, Apple can move even higher, but then Apple stock will be even more overbought here on this weekly and also on the daily chart. Now if you look at this daily chart on Apple stock, same thing. It's elevator up and stairs down. Look at these stairs right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and just kept going. It's not coming down. And Friday went up on a high volume, so definitely that is bullish. But if you look at it, extremely overbought, and this thing can come down and possibly we could see a pullback on Apple stock. Now Friday, that was a gap up and go from 190, so we got a gap down here 190, and that would be a strong support. But Apple can actually break 195. I see a lot of calls buying 200. This thing can definitely touch 200. Now below 190, watch out for the support down here at 187, 13 SMA on this daily chart, 185, 183, a critical level, and then 180. This gap I'm not even counting right now. It's gonna be some time before Apple stock gets down here to close this gap at 176. So Apple here, guys, yes, in the short term we could see a pullback. Watch out for a pullback down to 190, and if that breaks, then we also have more support right here at 187, 185, and then 183 all the way down to 180. To the upside, Apple needs to break 195, and even with this overbought condition, Apple can move higher all the way up to 200. On Microsoft, it's up 1.64%, but look at this pullback, and that is what I'm saying on Apple stock. I mean, look at this, guys, from 351.47 after hitting this fresh new all-time high. Microsoft gave up, came all the way down to where? 328, and that was what, over $20, right? A decent pullback. I'm not saying a significant pullback, but a decent pullback on Microsoft, and now it's going back up to the upside. Where Apple stock, no significant pullback, not even a decent pullback, and just going up every day, and now almost every day hitting a new all-time high. Now Microsoft, we gapped up on Friday also, so we got a massive gap. We also got support at 338. Below that, the gap down here, and the support 336. Microsoft can hold 338 as a support. The next stop 346.43, and then 355, and possibly even higher, because this one here, we got a pullback, a decent one right here, and now if this thing is able to hold above, I would say 336 to 338, we could see another new fresh all-time high on Microsoft. On Tesla stock, it's up 1.66%. Now this is why I like Tesla. Look at this, guys, from 277 down to 238 to 40, a significant decent pullback on Tesla. Where Apple stock, you can say the same thing, right? Now Tesla stock here, and I called that before, that a lot of people are thinking Tesla will crash and come down to 200. In some cases, people are tweeting that Tesla going under 200. That is not the case, and I can tell you why. Because lower Bollinger Band moving up rapidly, sitting now at 214. So even on a significant pullback, Tesla not going below 200 anytime soon. And now we got that golden cross on Tesla, and I think by end of July, if there is no bad news on Tesla, we could see Tesla going all the way up to 300. Now as of right now, if you look at my screen, another rally on Friday, and this dip right here, guys, I day traded Tesla right here, and that was on Monday. Bought the dip, made money, sold out for a profit, and then what happened, guys? Tesla came down again, retested white line 20 SMA, and now it's going right back up. I mean, this is a big move from 240 all the way up to 265. That is $25 on Tesla in a week. So if you're not making money on Tesla, especially buying at the support and selling at the resistance right here, I don't know what to tell you guys. This was a nice pullback right here on Tesla to buy that dip, and not even closing this gap. Now the second day, I didn't buy Tesla because I was expecting a pullback down here to fill this gap, and look at how Tesla trapped bears. Everyone thought that Tesla will come down to 235 to close the gap, and they will buy the dip. Look at this U-turn. Before coming down here to 235, Tesla retesting white line 20 SMA again, and now it's close to 262. And that's going to be a big level to watch going into Monday and on Wednesday. Now Tesla here, guys, if you look at my screen, below 262, we also have support 258 and then 248 white line 20 SMA, and then the gap at 235. To the upside, above 262, Tesla can move higher all the way up to 282 and then even 300. Just like I've been saying that Tesla can go up to 300, and I think that is coming within next couple of weeks on Tesla. Soon as Tesla breaks 262 and that holds and possibly takes out this high right here, 276 or 277, then we are going to see that move all the way up to 300. I mean, it's not too far away, guys. 2 weeks, and this one here can definitely touch 300. On Amazon stock, it's up 1.92%, and Amazon now holding in between 128 and 129 blue line 5 SMA here on this daily chart. Now, next target on Amazon above this level right here, 128 and 129. Amazon can go all the way up to 134 to close that gap on top, and above that, more upside on Amazon. Now to the downside, on a pullback, strong support between 129 and 128. Below that, we also have support at 126.56, white line 20 SMA, and then watch out for a move down here to this lower Bollinger Band, sitting at 121.84. On Google, stock is up 0.80%, and Google now trading above 120, holding blue line 5 SMA as a support into closing. Now, it's not out of the woods yet. I played Google stock last week on Monday, and that was a day trade. Absolute bottom right here at 117 I caught, and then sold out for a profit, but this thing went even higher, all the way up to 122 on Friday. Now, Google stock definitely will be back in business. If this thing can break above 123, it's gone. We're going to see 127 and then 130s on Google. To the downside, 120, a big level of support, and then watch out for a move all the way down here at 118.38. We have rising red line 50 SMA and also lower Bollinger Band sitting at 118. So that's going to be a big level of support, and that's going to be an absolute dip buy going into Monday and also on Wednesday. Now, Google stock breaks under this level 118.38, then watch out for this gap all the way down here at 113.51. So this is another stock in the market, just like Apple, elevator up, stairs down. I mean, look at this insane move from $88 all the way up to almost $290, guys. There is an insane move on a stock like Meta, and this is not it. This thing can still continue to the upside, and that is what I'm saying for last maybe 2 months, that Meta can move higher, and a lot of people are looking at that gap on top and saying that, hey, that's a massive gap and Meta can close at least some of those gaps on top. We're going to make money on Meta, and this is what's pushing the price higher. And not only that, don't forget about that buyback from Meta itself. That was a massive amount, and now this thing just breaks to 90. This thing can go up to 300 and possibly all the way up to 316. Now, it's not gonna happen in one day, just like it didn't happen here. It took time, right? So that is still possible, but watch out for a pullback. If there is a pullback on Meta, watch out for the support down here, 284 and then 282, all the way down here in between 275 and 276. And now there is a line with this rising white line 20 SMA. To the upside, all Meta needs to do, break 290 and hold that as a support, maybe some consolidation, and then we could see Meta going all the way up to 300 and possibly up to even 316. On AMD stock, it's up 2.40%. Now, AMD, we talked about it in my video on Thursday, that AMD getting that breakout from this downtrend right here, and I was holding this blue line 5 SMA as a support into closing on Thursday, and look at the move on Friday. And I said it in my last video, AMD can stay above this blue line 5 SMA, now sitting at 110.64. AMD can run higher all the way up to 118 and possibly even higher. And look at the move on Friday, opening at 113 and then getting all the way up to almost 115, and at the closing at close to 114. So AMD on a pullback, we have strong support down here at 110.64, below that 109, 106.70, rising red line 50 SMA, and then lower Bollinger Band down here at 104.43. To the upside, AMD can hold above 110.64. We could see a move all the way up to not only here 13 SMA on this daily chart, 115.47, possibly up to even 118. And AMD at some point breaks 118, guys. It's out of the woods, and we're going to see AMD going back up to the upside. And in that case, There's gonna be more upside all the way up to 130 on AMD. But watch this support 110.64 and below that 109. On Nvidia stock, it's up 3.63%, almost $15 up on Friday. A massive, massive rally on Nvidia. And look at this, guys. We talked about it before on Nvidia that it's holding this rising white line 20 SMA on this daily chart as a support. And look at this move. How many times Nvidia holding this white line 20 SMA, and now it's breaking out again. Now, if you look at my screen, it's actually closing above 421.69. And that is above all the moving averages here on this daily chart, and that is bullish, guys. So on a pullback, we do have support at 421.69, 420. Also, we got support at 410, rising white line 20 SMA, and then all the way down here at 400, and then the gap at 395. To the upside, anything above 420, Nvidia can hold 420 as a support. We're going to see retest of that all-time highs right here, and that is close to 440, and this thing can run all the way up to even a new all-time high, and that's gonna be 447.46. Only time Nvidia breaks, I would say 400, then watch out for this gap down here at 395, and below that Nvidia can go all the way down to 375. On Netflix, it's up 2.86%, and just a couple days ago, we spotted this bull flag on Netflix, and I called it before that. This thing gets that breakout, we're going to see a retest of 450 again on Netflix, and we're not too far away, guys. 444 high for the day on Friday, and now trading at 440, so that is looking extremely bullish on Netflix. Now, on a pullback, we do have strong support, rising orange line 13 SMA, 430. Below that, we also have rising white line 20 SMA, 420 to 37, and then the gap down here at 420. Netflix can hold above 430. We're going to see a retest of 450 again, and that could be a double top right here. But I think soon as we get that breakout above 450, guys, there's gonna be tons of upside on Netflix, possibly up to even 500. And that's all I have for you guys in this video. Thank you so much for watching.